Reporting. To be able to run reports, you will need to have the reports user access role. From your home screen here, we come up the top to reporting, hit the drop down and select your people presence. This way we can see who's currently on site, who was on site on a particular day. We default through to here. We can come up the top here to select different locations, all locations. If you have multiple locations, your default one will be your location that you are assigned to. Your data source here, you can select from your visitors, your employees or your contractors. And your report period here, you can select who's signed in now, hit that drop down and you'll see that we have multiple others that you can choose from. You even have your custom date range where you can enter in a particular date range. So if I select our custom date range, I can actually select from the 1st of February just by using the date fields here, and I can select through to today. From here, I can click over here onto View Report, and you'll see it will think for a little while and then come up with the report. So you'll see that we have 137 records of visitors from the 1st of February through to today. Currently, I can see 1 to 10. I'm able to use my number records over here to extend that down to see up to 200 lines, rather than doing my next page. So you'll see the system is thinking to change all of that. And we're also, once this refreshes, we'll be able to go through and assign different columns to see. There may be things in particular that we want to see about our visitors that are not appearing in that auto list here. When I select View Columns, I'm able to have a look to see if they were denied access, for example. Anything that I want to add on here, I can just place those ticks in, and anything that I'd like to turn off or not see. So if I didn't want to see which particular zone they were in, for instance, I can untick the zone. Click outside of that box once I'm happy with how that looks, and the screen will refresh and it will show me a different range of headers as we've selected in the View Columns here. Now that the screen has refreshed, you can see I've removed the zone, but I've actually put in whether somebody was denied access and the reason if they were denied. We can also change the structure. So for example, you'll see here it's currently sorted in the order of the sign in from today. I can actually change that to say I'd like to have that go from the oldest to the newest. So you'll see from the 1st of February, if I'm looking through there, I can scroll down and see all of the various people that are signed in. So you'll see here we've got people who've been denied access because of a trigger, so you can see from my column headers from here. Once you do have your most favorite or any type of report that you need to run on a regular occurrence, you can come over here into your saved views, and you can select here that you would like to save your current view, so you don't always have to come in here and add in those columns. We can name this view, so we can call this the access denied view. If you make this your default view, so if you do put that tick in there, that will, each time you come into reports, be your default view. I can untick that, just click here on Save View, and I'll be able to select that as a view going forward. So once my screen finishes uploading, now that that's saved, I can come over here into my saved views, and if I need to see one of the other ones that I have saved, for example, I have one called the saved view, if I select that, you'll see that the screen will change and it will show different options that I have selected from within here. So my saved view, the one that I saved as the saved view, is for people who are currently signed in. So you'll see we've only got those 6 people who were signed in with the different headers from within here. We also have the ability when we are searching or wanting to run some reports and we want to add a filter in here. So if, for example, if I put in for this year to date as being my date period, and I come here to the filter by search query and I want to see how many people from ABC have signed in. So if I type in here in ABC and select the search option, you'll see it will look for anybody who has signed in with ABC in their title. Again, I can hit that records down and just jump up to a higher level than what's there so I can see all rather than having to go backwards and forwards. So you'll see from my visitors for this year to date, everyone from ABC. I can also remove that and I'll get the full list of people who have been here this year to date despite the organisation, because I don't have any filters in here. We also have the ability to add some custom filters. So if I select add custom filter here, you can see I can actually filter things via, I need to see who answered that they would need assistance to evacuate. I can scroll down and see, their mobile number. I can search by a particular mobile number. Anything that we would like to have in here. So if I have assistance and anyone who said yes that they would require assistance, and I can save that filter and refresh our data. Now the report has come up. You can see that there are 34 people this year so far that have indicated that yes, they would need assistance to evacuate. So we can use all of these filters as per in here. You can add multiple filters as well. I'll clear the filter from there. So if I hit that X, that will actually clear the filter and take us back to the very beginning. Now we're also able to do all of those searches that we've shown in here on our employees and contractors as well. So if I select down here for contractors, again I can jump in and start looking for my contractors this year to date. You'll see we've had 89 sign in. Again, I can change those columns. When I select on the columns, no matter the person type, if we have a particular custom questionnaire set up or kiosk induction and we would like to actually see the answers for that, you'll see here when I select the view columns, I can click on the custom questionnaires and select which ones it is that I would like to see along with all of the sign-in information. If I'm looking for just reports based on an answer that they've given for a custom questionnaire and I'm not needing to know any other sign-in details, the second sort of report that we can use for that would be our custom questionnaire reports. So again, we go up the top to reporting and we select custom questionnaire reports. We can come in here and select the questionnaire that I'm after. So you'll see we have several that are currently in the system and we're looking just at the active ones. However, if you wanted to look for something that is now inactive, so previous ones that you worked with that are no longer on, we can select from those as well. So if I look here, I need to see the reason for visit, one that is archived, for example. I can put in my dates, or if I just want that open-ended, I can select the search and you'll see that it will bring up everybody who has put in a reason for visit. So nobody had actually answered that within any of these time frames. So I can again change that, come into something that's active, select our health screening, for example, and hit on the search, and it will bring up the answers for anybody that has answered that particular questionnaire. We are also able to export any of these reports, so be it your people presence or your custom questionnaire reports. We select here on export report as CSV and it will actually download onto an Excel spreadsheet for you to work with or save.